In this video, we are looking at two super high quality IEMs, two super high quality EST based IEMs. There is no mention of EST drivers on the Shore EJ07M, but Dunu EST112 has the EST in its name. So yeah, that's that's what I was trying to point, but there is no EST mentioned here. In any case, EST112 has 1 dB, 1 BA, and 2 EST drivers. You guys can see Knowles BA, Sonian EST drivers. So, beryllium electrostatic 4 driver triple hybrid earphone. One of the best IEMs in the $500 price range, and I find it to be very well tuned. One of the best tuned IEMs, well balanced IEM in the under $500 price range, while the EJ07M is recently added to my inventory. It's priced at $650. Same Sonian, 4 EST Sonian drivers and 2 Knowles BA drivers, while it has the same number of dynamic drivers. So one dynamic driver, not exactly beryllium, because if they had used beryllium they would have mentioned that explicitly. In any case, both are very high quality when it comes to tuning, but they have different kind of presentation. Okay, they have similar kind of attitude. Okay, while presenting the notes they have similar kind of finishing and resolution to them, but they differ when it comes to the signature. Okay, presentation uh, can be similar if you are looking at the definition and energy at the finishing region. They both are very similar kind of at that, but the signature are different. They they have fairly different kind of emphasis when it comes to bass and especially mid-range. Treble, I will talk about that definitely. We will have a more in-depth look at this too when it comes to sound quality. But let's have a look at the build and stuff. Both are using metal, so that's a good thing. But I think EST112 is slightly bigger, slightly longer. But I find the EST112 to be slightly more comfortable than the EJ07M. I don't know why. Both are very similar when it comes to the size of the shell, but somehow the EST112 is slightly more comfortable inside the ear. In any case, both are fairly comfortable inside the ear. I was not facing any issues with that, while the EST112 comes with a very good DUW02 cable. It's modular too, so when it comes to cable, I'll have to give it to the EST112. It comes with the better cable, while the EJ07M comes with a okayish kind of cable. It will not win any awards for good cable or anything even close to that. So it's a decent looking cable, nothing exactly special about it. There is no modularity. You can opt for 4.4 mm and that's it. So if I have to give it for accessories and stuff, I will give it to the EST112. EST112 is a bit more complete when it comes to accessories and cable. Now let's start with the sound quality. Both are, as I said, very capable IEMs. But can the EST112 compete with the EJ07M without any issues? EJ07M is as I have already mentioned, is a bit more on the detailed, a bit more on the clinical side. It's a more precise and accurate sounding IEM with a fair bit of finishing energy. So how does the EST112 fare against it? Now, both when it comes to bass, I'll say both are very similar presentation when it comes to bass. This one is slightly more rumbly. EST112 is marginally more rumbly. I like the rumble on this one. It's not more energetic or more voluminous, so that's a difference there. It is similarly voluminous and big, but since this one is a V-shaped IEM, EJ07M is a V-shaped IEM, it kind of sounds a bit more bigger when it comes to the bass presentation. When the note hits with the EJ07M, it kind of feels slightly bigger than the EST112, because EST112 is slightly more balanced. Not slightly, it's more balanced. The mid range is more in line with the bass, so the impact of the bass is not exactly that prominent. Now EST112 is very good when it comes to dynamics and definition. Same goes for the EST112. So when it comes to bass is not exactly a deciding factor between these two IEMs. Now moving on to the mid range. Mid range is where they start to sound different. EST112 is less forward, slightly more thicker, okay, slightly more thicker, less taller notes. Vocals, both vocals and instruments, some instruments in the mid range are a bit less tall. I was expecting a bit more taller, slightly more energetic presentation, but it's slightly less tall, while the EST112 is more forward. And that is where the magic of this IEM comes into play. It has a bit more throatier, a bit more taller notes, a bit more textured vocal notes, and it sounds slightly better than the EST112. Even though this one has only one BA driver to handle the mid range, while this one has two. EJ07 has two BA drivers to handle the mid range. It kind of feels like there is a bit of energy missing from it. It could have been a bit more energetic. It could have been a bit more fuller, a bit more not fuller. Could have been a bit more taller, a bit more in level with the rest of the spectrum. But it is okay. It is okay. There is no issues. I will not say there is any issues with it. Uh, both are very good when it comes to definition and clarity and stuff, so no issues with that. No timber issues either. This one kind of feels slightly immediate with the decay. This one is slightly more cohesive in that region, so that is the only difference. So when it comes to the timber and tonality, and if I have to give points, I'll go with the EST112. EST112 is a bit more uh, cohesive, but a bit more engaging when it comes to the mid range. And if we talk about treble, that is where this IEM and this IEM differ. This one has 4 EST drivers, and as I have mentioned before, these 4 EST drivers are working, and they are working the asses off. So they have the energy, they are eager, and if you are delivering decent amount of power, it will sing. Okay, it will deliver you a energetic, a very technically capable instrumental presentation is experienced with the EJ07M. EST112 is very good when it comes to details and stuff, but the technicalities of the EJ07M are better. No questions about that. It has a bit extra air between instruments, and the clarity, the stuff are slightly better with the EJ07M. No questions about that. But EST112 is no slouch. You are paying around 170-80 dollar less, and EST112 is very capable. It's not like there is no difference. There is definitely difference when it comes to that clarity, that extra bit of definition, that extra bit of resolution you are getting with the EJ07M might not be available with the EST112. But this one is slightly calmer. EST112 is slightly marginally calmer when it comes to the treble notes, especially the upper mid and notes beyond that are slightly calmer, and the upper treble is slightly less forward, so that is giving it a bit more comfortable feeling, while the EST112 has better extension. Okay, better energy, better extension, and it wants to deliver the sparkly, that tingly experience. So it is agile, it is more prominent, it is more, not more, slightly more aggressive. So that is where these two IEMs differ. Technical abilities of the EJ07M is better than the EST112, but both are highly capable IEMs. So I'll say If you have a EST112, you do not really need to bother about EJ07M. But if you want extra details, extra definition, extra clarity, you want to discover a bit more details in between the instruments, you will find that with the EJ07M. EST112 is very capable too. If you just want to upgrade, just change the cable and you might be able to do that. So these two are very capable, very close to, I will not say they are much different from each other. They are not exactly very different from each other. They have similar kind of notes, feeling. They do not sound much different from each other, but the signature is different. This one is V shaped while this one is slightly mid friendly. This one sounds a bit more cohesive, while the EJ07M is more, slightly more on the aggressive side. So this is my in-depth comparison of the EST112 and EJ07M. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.